So I'm going to explain to you a bit later in the video how George can spin like this for huge amounts of time and not get dizzy. The same as park rides and stuff like that. It's all to do with hyposensitivity, but I'll add a little clip later on explaining, if you don't know why he doesn't get dizzy. You may have an autistic child yourself that doesn't get dizzy. And what I'll say to you later will explain it if you don't know why. Because if I did that for a couple of minutes, I wouldn't be able to walk straight. George, it doesn't affect. I'll explain that in a little bit when you can hear me.
I can't remember.
So it's about 10 to 10.
So we're going swimming again. We're going again.
We decided
my swimming lessons.
We decided to walk today. Amy's leg isn't very good. I'm talking a minute. Amy's leg wasn't too good, so she got up. I told her to go back to bed, so she's gone back up to bed. Get in a sec. So yeah, we're just walking nicely. I'll hold it because it's my phone.
Yeah, because we're going swimming again. Because I just wanted to learn swimming lessons.
So we're nearly there.
That's what I wanted to do.
We're nearly there.
Oh, that's class one.
Yeah, we're nearly there now. Hopefully. So I'm doing it solo like Amy did last week. So we'll see how we get on. Right, George? Where are we going? Swimming?
Swimming pool home.
Yeah.
He's taking
Swimming pool home.
Swimming pool home.
He keeps saying that all the time now when he does swim. That's cool.
Swimming pool home.
Okay.
Swimming pool home. So I know where Ruby and Riley's house is because I could recognise the door.
Right.
Because Sophie showed me when we were on to our later.
Right.
We didn't make a video of that.
No. Right, we're going to have to say go now because we're going to go in.
Let's go.
Let's go see how we get on. Come back. From there. Go. Whoa, don't go onto the edge.
Don't to the edge.
Don't jump onto the edge.
Come on,
That's all the filming I'm going to do, so we'll get in. Catch you after. So that's us back from hydro. It went really well considering it was just me and the boys like Amy did last week. Ah,
Monkey!
Mike Wazowski. Anyway, excuse me. Yeah, it went really well. I walked up. I just thought just get me a little bit more exercise. So we walked up. If Amy was gone, we would have driven because of Amy's leg and her FND. Walking even short distances like that is problematic for her and difficult. Sometimes she can do it without stopping. Sometimes she'd have to stop 10 times on the way there. So because it was just me and them, I thought, right, they can walk. So it's a nice day. We walked. It was really good. And Matthew's confidence seems to be growing a little bit. He's still a lot more scared of water than George. George hasn't got any fear of it. George was underneath he's learning how to do that and go underneath, and he was doing that. He must have done that, I don't know how many times. Too many times for what I'd probably want him to do because I worry that he might swallow a bit of water as he's doing it. But he was fine. I think when he realises he's done it enough times, he stopped himself. At the end of the day, we have to let them learn to do these things themselves. I can't teach him, I can't explain to him how to hold his breath to go underwater. It's sort of just a natural reaction for him to do it. And he was watching me do it. I was going and then going under. So he was doing that and he was copying me. So that was fun. But yeah, it was really good. Amy's not having a great day with her FND today. So yeah, it was just me and the boys. We've come back now. It's only about 12 o'clock midday. It's a nice day, so I just put the swimming stuff on the wash and dry that off out in the sun. And I think we're gonna have spaghetti and meatballs, or meatballs and pasta for tea, which I'm really looking forward to. Like a carb hit. But yeah, no, it's a nice day. Amy's just talking to her dad on the phone with Matthew, doing a WhatsApp video because Matthew wanted to see his new flat. Amy's dad's been living in France for the last 3 years, He's had a house over there which they've just sold. So he's just come back and he's moved to a flat near Amy's sister's. So Amy and her sister's been sorting that out the last few weeks really. Like getting bits of furniture and stuff like that. So she's just checking in on her dad because at the moment he's got to isolate for the 10 days. So we can't take the boys around to see him yet. We can't really have him here. It's just not worth the fine and it's not worth the risk really. As much as I'd like to go and see him and take the boys to see him, definitely, but it's just not worth the risk. So before they go back to school, they'll be able to go and see him anyway, and we'll have him around for dinner and we'll see how he's doing properly. But yeah, I mean, Amy talks to him pretty much daily, video calls, even when he was in France. So it's not like she doesn't speak to him all the time, but it's a bit different speaking to someone on a video like I'm doing to you and meeting someone in person. You know, being able to hug her dad, and so, you know, it's just her happiness in her face that her dad's back and she can go and see him now after the 10 days is like, you can just see she's happy to have him back. He's been over there for a long time, and prior to that he used to come and stay with us most weekends. Pretty much the time I started doing the video, just before that he moved over there. So yeah, it's good to have him back and we'll catch up with him soon. But I think we'll just hopefully, George is a bit worn out and we have a chilled out afternoon, but you all know George, and if you don't, look back at some of the videos. And I'm going to talk, don't worry, I am going to talk about the spinning and why he doesn't get busy. I'll leave it till a bit later when it's a bit quiet, maybe when they go to bed, so I can do it in a bit of peace and quiet. And we'll catch up with Amy when she's feeling a little bit more chirpy. So for now, for a few seconds, I'm going to go and lie on the sofa and just chill for a bit, if they let me. Check out me tea. Pasta and meatballs with a bit of cheese, some garlic bread and some more cheese. I don't think Amy's going to eat much though.
What did you say?
Not bad. I said I don't think you're going to eat very much. Still not feeling very well.
No.
Amy's...
Look, it's my glasses.
Oh, parcel. Let's let her open the parcel and we'll see if it's her glasses. Let's have a look then. Tiger. What do you think?
What do you think?
They look nice.
I like them.
I'm just showing you on the screen so you can look yourself without getting up and looking in the mirror. Is there 2 pairs?
Yeah.
What's the other
They were
ones?
buy one, get one free.
Are they prescription?
Yeah.
Amy is now officially a specky. Nice. Happy with them?
Yeah. Is there a pair you prefer?
I like the tiger ones better. Let us know which ones you think are better. I think the tiger
Oh
ones.
look, I've got silver on the side.
Oh, yeah. Why are you not feeling well? Just because you're FND? I did say earlier that your legs weren't really good this morning.
My whole body's hurting. I just don't feel well. I've got no personality today, so you can tell I'm not feeling very well.
Don't worry, she's fine-ish. We'll catch up in a bit after I've had my tea. So that's... How did you get on at swimming today? What did you think?
Good.
Were you worried?
No, I wasn't worried.
What did you do in the swimming pool?
I jumped and everything.
You jumped from the edge onto the big ball net?
Yeah. And I forgot what else.
You were really brave though.
Yeah, I was so brave.
You are brave today. You're getting better. Do you want to show us what that is? Hold it back a little bit. It's what is it?
Microphone.
Why did you want a microphone?
Because I just wanted to do rap battles with this.
Rap battles.
Like, this is left. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I'm so silly.
I'm just asking you what you were doing. You drew that yourself though, didn't you?
Yeah, you cut it
Let's
out.
have a look. I cut it out and then Matthew designed it.
Yeah, there's blood on it, like Sonic X.
Oh,
There's a mod of Sonic X.
okay.
Do you want to see?
Not right now, because I'm just trying to video you, see what you thought about swimming. We're going to have to get this haircut next, can't we? It's getting a bit long. Here.
So, Minitoon actually deleted Piggy Book 2 Chapter 11 because he was feeling poorly.
Yeah, Matthew was waiting for Piggy Chapter Book 11.
But I thought it was going to come out on Saturday, but he was, he was
poorly.
Yeah, he was poorly. What do you think of my microphone?
Yeah, tell us in the comments what you think of Matthew's microphone.
Yeah, tell in the comments.
Because Matthew reads the comments on the videos, don't you?
Yeah, I always read in the comments. They're good.
Right.
Have a good day. Bye.
Boys have just gone to bed. I wanted to add a little bit like what I said at the very beginning of this video about George's spinning in particular. Not just spinning, but a reason, just a reason why George, as an example, spinning the way he does, doesn't get dizzy. A lot of people say, how does he not get dizzy? How does he not get dizzy? So I'm going to read a little tiny bit of something. I already know the reason why, but to put it into words, I printed something off. It's just a little bit easier if I read it rather than me trying to explain it in my dad way. So with a lot of autistic people, they're either hyposensitive or hypersensitive. One example that would be Matthew's got hypersensitive, hyper HYP, hypersensitive hearing. So sounds, loud noises, that type of thing affects him. It bothers him to the degree where he will wear his ear defenders. George, that doesn't affect at all. If anything, he's the opposite. He's hyposensitive. Why? That's like saying why is George do certain things that Matthew doesn't do, etc., or any other child on the spectrum. There's no what or why really, just that we know which things will trigger Matthew and which will trigger George. So I printed off a couple of things here. It's mainly to do with the vestibular system, which is like behind the ear. So basically it's about sensory integration and sensory perception. So activities that stimulate the vestibular system involve movement. So movement as in swinging, jumping, spinning are good examples. Children with hypoactive sensory systems, which is like George, may engage in such activities as a means of self-stimulation. A therapist looks to help children with hyposensory systems and engage them in learning alternative structured movement exercise which meet their sensory needs while helping them stay within the socially acceptable bounds. Well, that part I don't care about. I think this is more like a medical a thing that I printed off, but it was more just to get that understanding through clearly without me mumbling on for a quarter of an hour or whatever. George spins because it gives him self-stimulation. It relaxes him, calms him down. When he's really amped up, sometimes he'll come in, get the chair, pull it over, spin. And he just does that regular, like a lot. When he was a child, before we bought that chair from IKEA, those red chair and the white chairs are from, he used to stand on the spot and spin. So if you've got a child on the spectrum or you're waiting for them to be diagnosed and they're a spinner, that's a quite a big autistic trait as far as I'm aware. Quite a lot of autistic children, the dog's dreaming, if you can hear her. So that's quite a common autistic trait. Not all autistic children. Matthew doesn't do it. He does it for fun, like a normal child. Normal child. I hate saying that, but a neurotypical child. Matthew will spin. Same as every kid spins running and goes, oh, I'm dizzy, and falls over. Matthew would do that. George wouldn't fall over though. So, and it's to do with his vestibular sense, his sense of balance from his vestibular sense behind his ear, to do with self-stimulation, the feedback he gets from spinning or jumping or rocking. You'll see an autistic kid sometimes rocking like that in a chair or in a car chair or in a sofa or doing that side to side in a bed. Very common things. So if you've got a child that's 2 years old and you notice them doing that a lot, spinning around, going round and round in circles, that's a big marker, in my opinion. That's one of the first things I noticed with George when he was about a year old. As soon as he could pretty much stand up, the kid used to go round and round in circles. And now it makes sense why when he was a baby, we had like a bouncer. It was like on a battery, and it used to just go, like, you could make it faster and slower. And George used to absolutely love that thing. And before he could even walk, you'd put him in it and he would just sit there for ages. And obviously they say don't have him in there too long. As soon as we used to take him out, he used to start crying. We put him back in it and he was loving that, you know, the little bouncing motion. So for me, if I was aware of autism then, maybe that would have been a marker. It's like, why does this kid love it? You know, I just thought he was a kid and just enjoyed being rocked around. But now when I see him spin and I see him rock and these big movements, that's probably why. I have got loads of things that I've written out and made notes on. This isn't just a recent thing. This was just something I wanted to talk about because people asked me about his spinning. So there you go. If anyone's got any questions on hyposensitivity or hypersensitivity with autism or with a child with autism, drop me a message. I'm no expert, but I'll give you my opinion on it. I like it watching him spin. It's great for me. Like I enjoy watching the speed he can go out. And the thing is, what I enjoy the most is when he then gets off and doesn't fall over. It's great. But probably the reason why he loves roller coasters, he loves the up and down movements at a fairground, he loves anything like that. He loves. Matthew's done a couple of them once, and then that's him done. He'll do the one time like game and go, I'm done, I ain't going on it again. George would go on it 10 times in a row. He has gone on it 10 times in a row. So yeah, that's probably why, because he's getting a big stimulation feedback from that, which I don't know, makes him it makes him happy doing it. So the bit at the end of that where it says a therapist would look to help children with hypoactive sensory systems to engage in learning alternative structured movement exercises which meet their sensory needs while helping them stay within a socially acceptable bounds. That bit to me is absolute. I'm not going to say the word, you can fill in the gap. To me, I'm not going to stop him doing anything. I don't care whether he fits into a socially acceptable thing. He is George and that's what he's going to do. Same with Matthew. Same with a child with Tourette's. Their stim for a child with Tourette's is to tick or to shout, or, you know, you'll see a child with Tourette's shouting out. A lot of the time people just call it like a swearing does it. It isn't. There's loads and loads of ticks with Tourette's, for example. I've done quite a lot of study on Tourette's where an adult or a child with Tourette's will tick and they cannot stop it. And the way a lot of people describe it, check out Johnny Davidson, MBE, on Instagram. I think he's on Instagram. But he was the guy that did I Swear I Can't Help It. There was a program called I Swear I Can't Help It. Check it on YouTube. He's a Scottish guy, brilliant bloke, clever guy as well, in my opinion. And he talks about his Tourette's. And I remember listening to a podcast recently, and he said that it's like a sneeze. Until you sneeze, then you're like, oh, and that's the same with a tick. Similar to George, if he needs to spin, it's like he needs to do it. He has to do it. I'm not going to stop him or try to divert him to do something else. Some things obviously he might do that could be dangerous movements-wise. Of course I'm going to divert him. But spinning in a chair or spinning stood in the living room on his own, I ain't stopping that. I will never stop that. And I think that's the difference between a lot of people that would try to get the child to fit in, get the world to fit in with them. That's my opinion on it. But anyway, I'm going to end the video now because I'm knackered and I've got to edit this, and that's it. So bye for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. See you later.